What's up, Pacer Nation? So the Indiana Pacers win their first preseason game. They defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers by a score of 129-117. So definitely great for the Pacers to get their first preseason game win. But again, score doesn't really matter. But wanted to talk about some takeaways that we had from this game. So in preseason game number 2, the Pacers shot 49.5% as a team, made 16 three-pointers in this game, was able to take care of business there in Cleveland. And this was something where Indiana, started out a little bit slow, but then really got going in that third quarter. And, like I said, shooting the ball extremely well and just overall some very good individual performances for the Indiana Pacers in general. So, talking about some players who stood out here before we get into it, I think you got to start with Bennedict Mathurin. I mean, he looked fantastic in this game. He played in 19 minutes of action in this game. He scored a game-high 25 points in this game. He went 8 of 12 shooting, which is obviously very efficient as well, and 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, which is definitely really, really awesome. He added 3 rebounds and 1 assist as well. So Mathurin, we obviously know his importance for this Pacer team moving forward as one of those primary guys off the bench. Bennedict Mathurin is going to serve a huge role here for the Indiana Pacers, and obviously you missed him down the stretch when he did get injured. But Bennedict Mathurin, definitely a guy that had a strong performance in this one, and you're looking forward to seeing what that looks like and how that translates over to the regular season. You just felt like he couldn't miss against the Cavs, and definitely a great thing there as well, which I definitely love to see that, for Bennedict Mathurin and for this Pacer team as well. So some other things as well for the Indiana Pacers, some other players who I thought looked really, really good in this game. Talked about Jarris Walker. Miles Turner came back. He scored 12. Jarris Walker scored 12. Aaron Nesmith scored 10. Walker looked really good as well. He actually attempted 3 three-pointers and made 2 of those, 4 rebounds in 18 minutes as well. So definitely looked great there. And just a great performance all the way around from him in this game. Some other players who stood out in this game for the Indiana Pacers, you got to talk about Enrique Freeman, the Indiana Pacers' 50th pick back in June. You got to obviously mention that. A great game for Enrique Freeman. Again, he was born in Cleveland, and so definitely great to see him have a strong performance in this game. He had played 19 minutes, scored 9 points, 9 rebounds, had an assist and a block as well. Shot 3 of 6 from the floor. He also attempted 1 3-point attempt in this game as well. So Enrique Freeman, a guy that we haven't really talked about a whole lot. We liked him coming out, for the Indiana Pacers. A little bit of an older guy. He's 24 years old, but can Enrique Freeman potentially provide some minutes off the bench? Great start for Enrique Freeman, definitely there. So great to see for the Indiana Pacers that Enrique Freeman looked really good. And, you'll notice a lot of these young guys for the Pacers who got extended minutes looked pretty good in this game, all things considered. So that was definitely interesting. Some other guys want to just kind of highlight some of the stats in this game for the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese had 18 minutes, 7 points in this game. Siakam, 16 minutes, 7 points, shot 3 of 6. I already mentioned what Nesmith did. Nembhard in 13 minutes, only attempted 4. It wasn't a great night shooting for him, only scored a 3-pointer in this game. I mentioned Mathurin, Walker, McConnell had 8 points in 17 minutes. Obi Toppin had 6 in 17 minutes. Freeman had 9, like I mentioned. Shepherd had 3. Swider had 3. I guess if there's any player that stood out in the negative department, it was Swider. He did shoot very poorly in this game. He attempted 8 attempts, and only made 1 of those. And 7 of those were from beyond the arc, and he only made 1 of those. So definitely not a great performance from him. Tristan Newton in 13 minutes, I thought he was fairly efficient. He had 8 points in this game, although he didn't shoot the best. He had some points in this. James Wiseman, another guy off the bench, had 11 minutes, 8 points, 10 rebounds for Wiseman, which was definitely great. he's going to be a key factor off the bench for the Indiana Pacers when Miles Turner, needs some time, needs some rest and stuff like that. Great to see him back-to-back. Pretty strong performances from him. And, Kendall Brown, Jackson, some other guys that are going to be potentially battling for some back end of the roster sort of things as well. So that's really it, guys, when it comes to the Indiana Pacers. Like I said, they shot fairly well, 49% field goal percentage, really efficient from the three-point, really efficient free throws. I thought they did a pretty good job in the rebounds department as well. They won the glass in this one. They out-rebounded the Cavaliers. And, yeah, guys, this is just for the Pacers getting warmed up, getting ready to rock for the regular season coming up here very, very soon. But, guys, great performance for the Pacers overall. I mean, the defense had some issues. I mean, we already kind of knew that with the Indiana Pacers. But overall, great to see some of your young guys performing very, very well in this game. And we'll have to see moving forward what that looks like for this Pacer bench, because there's a lot of young talent, not just with the starters, but on the bench as well. So really excited to see all these things come together for the Indiana Pacers. And overall, guys, it was a good performance. Great to see the Pacers get in the win department. Like I said, it's only the preseason. So, I mean, say what you want about that. But, guys, the regular season does start very, very soon for the Indiana Pacers. Their first regular season game is October 23rd. So the Pacers do have 2 more preseason games before their regular season starts Wednesday, October 23rd at Detroit. So next coming game for the Pacers, their 3rd preseason game out of 4, October 14th versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And then they'll round it out that Thursday versus the Charlotte Hornets at Gainbridge Fieldhouse as well. But, guys, that'll do it for this one. Those are some players who stood out. Those are some things that I liked in this game. Really only one player that didn't play great in this game overall. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, guys, go Pacers.